Y'all already know what it is, man. That the house is in the building. Got a special panel of guests in the building.
What's up? What's up?
State y'all name and introduce y'all platform one time.
Well, we are all members of No Filters the podcast. My name is Honey T.
I'm Nay.
Tell us about your platform.
Shauna, you gonna introduce yourself?
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay, yes. Hey y'all, I'm Shauna the Stallion, Oshana Girl on all platforms.
Okay, so well, we started potting in December. So I guess you could say like we're fairly new to the podcast game. And basically what we cover is pretty much like everyday life, pop culture, music, sex, anything really. So we just bring our no filters approach to whatever the hot topics are for the moment.
I dig that. I definitely dig that. We've been podcasting for about 2 years. We have dropped an episode every Wednesday for the last year and a half. So I don't take breaks. So I'm always looking to collab with different people. So No Filters kind of came at me. So shout out to y'all.
Yes.
And what has been the most fun part about y'all introduction to podcasting?
Well, for me personally, I kind of see it as like therapy a little bit because we get to like kind of talk out our feelings and different things that we may feel when it comes to whatever's going on in the world. Like, just having people around you that you can talk to about the stuff. I feel like it's really helpful for me.
It's definitely it's a therapeutic but very real podcast. And I think we show each other respect. We show our guests respect. So, we don't kind of shame anything. We kind of let it all be free. And we keep each other on our toes as well outside of the podcast. So, yeah.
Right. Yes.
That's what's up. Speaking of keeping people on their toes, I don't know, Trick Daddy.
Ooh. Let's get into it.
I don't know. Trick Daddy must have really been on something that day because
very much so.
I think it's like everybody in the game knows you don't say nothing about Beyonce. Like it's
exactly.
it's trouble when you do, especially when it's negative, So what do y'all think about that?
I think he's irrelevant. He was trying to stay relevant.
Facts. I thought that too.
I didn't really see it as a reach for attention. I just felt like he was giving his opinion based on the conversation. Like he didn't just bring it up out of nowhere like Beyonce can't sing. Like, they were having a conversation and that was his opinion. Like everybody's entitled to their own opinion, Everybody might not like a certain artist, but Beyonce is on such a high pedestal. People just like, nah, you just can't say shit about Beyonce.
Yeah.
Like Beyonce is Beyonce, so yeah.
And not even that, she got a crazy ass fan base that will not let you slide with nothing.
Like will probably kill for her. Like will probably kill for her.
For sure.
They are willing. They are ready. Like
they play with their money. They went on his restaurant website and who's making shit up like next level.
Motherfucker, they chose violence.
Yeah,
I think a lot of times, but I think what people don't understand is that when you are where you are, you always are gonna have people who will take shots and try to knock you off your crown. And it doesn't seem like it bothered her because I think she just at that point where I ain't got to say nothing. I'm I'm gonna let the hive deal with it. I ain't even gonna say nothing because
they probably laughed about it, honestly.
Yeah.
She was probably laughing about it because I don't see her taking his opinion too, like, heart to heart.
Them cats rolling around in money right now. They ain't worried about dude. Like,
yeah.
So, all right. I have this thing, and I wanted to know. It is does a person's friends make that person unattractive?
I think they can.
Yeah.
I would just say that, like, if, like, you know the saying, like, you are who you hang around.
Yeah.
I feel like that's true to a certain extent. Some people can separate, their friends from who they feel like they are as a person. But for the most part, your friend group kind of influences, the way you think, what you do, where you go, stuff like that. So if a person is like hanging around people who don't really got shit going on, maybe get them get in trouble, different stuff like that. I feel like I would definitely judge them based off of their friend group. Like, it would make me think, like, what makes you attracted to them people?
Mm-hmm.
If you're so different, then why would you want to, hang with that certain type of people?
So y'all ever dealt with somebody and they friends was to the point where, like, I don't even want to deal with you because of the company that you keep?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Girls mainly more than dudes because guys, like, they bring you around their friends in certain elements. Like, it might be like fight night or like game night or let's go link up and get food, kind of that. So you got to fill out a guy's friends, like somebody that you might be talking to or messing with. But girls, for sure. Like, if it's a girl and I'm like, yeah, you keep complaining about these girls, or y'all keep getting into it, or like you venting to me or yelling, as far as they are concerned, then I'll just be thinking, like, why are you hanging around them if you don't really like them? What are you doing? And then that makes me look at you, because it's like, what are you doing? Why can't you think for yourself? I don't know. You seem lost.
With guys, I think with guys, we be like, her friend a hoe. So what I know I've been in that situation where I've had to think, like, okay, if all your friends hoes, a lot of times we think birds of a feather flock together. So it's like a lot of guys, and I had this situation before where this woman swore up and down that she wasn't like her friends, but it was like, come on now. Some gotta give. You ain't the only, and it's nothing wrong with that, but come on now. Don't act like you the only good girl out the bunch. Like, and and it's crazy because I feel like I'm the crazy one out of all my friends. So it's been to the point where my friends can't really hang out with me like they used to, on the account of they women think that I'm the crazy one, which I give that assumption that I am. But when you get your guys in trouble so much, because coming up, they was always the alibis. So when I was out doing my dirt, they was always the alibis. So now it's like, oh, you can't really go out with him. You don't know how to come in the house. You don't know how to do it. So I end up, and it's nothing personal. I get it, because we living in that era now where
y'all be out till 4 a.m.
and it don't even be intentional, but that's just how it is. I wanted to ask y'all, do y'all standards, when you dealing with somebody, do y'all standards change more versus public versus private? Like, you expect a guy to do you expect the guy to? How do you expect the guy to interact with you, as in public versus in private?
I mean, of course, some things need to be kept private. But I feel like if it's not nothing that's like too like offsetting, like as far as like PDA or anything like that, I feel like you're gonna treat me the same way in public that you do in private. Because like, you know, like that's me though.
Yeah. We can't you're not gonna like pillow talk me and then we go out somewhere and you like walk 10 feet ahead of me. Like we're not gonna have that, because it's like and I think that's very important that you catch those things when you are dealing with somebody. Like you see how they are with you privately. Of course they're gonna be up in your face. Of course they're gonna be on your dick, so to say. Like, of course they're gonna be right there, always, you know, right there. But then when y'all go out, it's another story. But I personally don't. I mean, PDA is PDA. And I just think some of that stuff should be held privately. Like, we ain't got to make out for the world to know that we're together. But, you know, we going to hold hands. We going to walk down the street. We going to get something to eat. You going to, you know, baby me, this, that, and the third. And we going to act like we a couple. If we not, then what are we doing? It sounds like we're wasting time.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times, and I see this a lot, guys will do a lot of fronting and stunting for their guys. Like, they're not into the lovey-dovey, all that other shit. But when they in the privacy of their own home, yo, they laying back, they watching Lifetime movies. They
kissing our feet.
Fact. Like when they with their guys, man, I don't be doing none of that shit. Man, look, man, I tell her to cook my meals and and all this shit the whole time, you know. They real soft and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like I want to be the same way I am in private and in public. So I be trying to tell people like all the time, like just be yourself. Your guys is your guys. Like you don't have to put on a stunt in front for them, you know, and trust me, the rewards of being yourself with that woman 24/7 is greater than the sometime. So I get that a lot too.
Young thinking too, and just young thinking, or they maybe those like men haven't seen like healthy relationships, so they don't even know how to be in one. A lot of people don't know how to be in relationships anyway. So, yep. Your friends, because they single and they can't find no girl and they fucking on this bitch and that bitch and they, you know, can't do nothing. And I was like, well, my dog got a girl and let's see how we can talk about him and his girl. Oh, y'all too lovey-dovey. Oh, y'all be doing this.
Feel bad about it.
Yeah.
They make showing your lady love and attention so bad in this era. Like this era. Yeah,
this era. I feel like yes and no, because I feel like back in the day, like famous like celebrities and stuff, they had to give the like Playboy single image type. And nowadays I feel like a lot of rappers and stuff like that, they're really embracing like the whole Black love movement. So I feel like it's kind of both ways now.
Yeah. I think a lot of like it's nothing
rappers wrong. I think are like embracing the Black love, like just because we know the damage that, you know, it does. Like even at 26, like 26, 27, we know the damage that, you know, it can do if we continue to be like, I guess, toxic to each other and while we're in relationships. Because I know I've been hurt enough, so I'm good where I'm at.
Okay, so both of y'all are in relationships, right?
No.
Oh, because I was just finna ask.
It's a hot girl summer for my girl T.
I was just finna ask, like, are you letting your relationship stop you from getting a sugar mama or a sugar daddy? In y'all case, sugar mamas. I mean, sugar daddies.
Sugar daddy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run it past my man. I'm gonna run it past and see what he think. You know what I'm saying? Look, you know, But if you know, baby, he gonna pay our rent, what you
know
want
what?
to do?
Because
Dribble or shoot.
I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna cheat on you, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if Oprah come to us talking about $5 million and she wants you, all right, look, you're gonna have to, I'm gonna get over the pain a little bit, but I'm gonna dry my tears with the bills, because 5 million, you know what? I think every couple has a price, to the point where, I mean, it's just one time, it's just one time, so.
I mean, a price, I just feel like it depends on the couple, first of all, because if there is a lack of trust, then a person might agree with something, but you might never hear the end of it after it's over, So I feel like that plays a big part in it as well. And then it all depends on the offer.
Yeah, I need the money. I'm gonna tell you, if you offering me, you paying my bills, you gonna take care of it, and all that. I mean, yeah, I'm down for it. But I think a lot of times, because I be getting these weird ass messages on social media, and they just be weird as hell. I'm willing to be your sugar mama. Here's this, that, and this. I'm like, sound nice, but
my dude gets those too. That's so funny. He be showing me them. They be, yes, girl. They like looking for a sugar baby.
Yeah.
I'll take care of you. I'm like, baby, write her back.
No, I thought
they write her back.
Maybe
I think some of them are, but you never know. You never know.
They just gonna ask for your. No, they gonna try to ask for your bank information and try to wire you some money and steal your shit.
They tell you.
You already know.
There are some pros and cons to that. I mean, the pros is if they really gonna hold down, the fort, cool, paying bills, giving money, all that shit, cool. But then you got to think of the flip note, like nothing is for free. They want something. You know what I'm saying? They want something down the line. So then now you got to look at it like, all right, eventually this gonna come to an end, and that person gonna want something. So I think a lot of times though, when I see shit like that, I just laugh at it, because it's like, especially around the time when PS5s and shit was coming out, it was like I was seeing it a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So
that was a trend.
No, routing and account number for sure. I need that. I need that.
Have y'all ever thought about that though? Like
having a sugar daddy?
Yeah.
Of course.
I've actually had a few. I would call them sugar daddies because these are people I actually felt like I was attracted to and I really fucked with. Like I had a connection with. Like we call them BDBs.
BDBs.
Big dick ballers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from another podcast. It's called Poor Minds. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but that's a term
Probably
they use.
Not.
It's a popular podcast. Well, it's a female podcast, so you might not know of it. But yeah, it's a good podcast. That's one of my favorite ones. But that's a term they use. BDBs, big dick ballers.
How did that work out for you though? Like,
I mean, it's cool. I haven't really had any real issues with that. It never was an issue. Like the reason why things ended was never like an issue of like what one person was getting in exchange for the other, because we mutually fucked with each other. Just other reasons. Things just didn't work out. But yeah, I got a couple BBBs.
You said you got or you had?
I have two.
Okay. And they cool. They cool with that.
Yeah, they cool. I mean,
do they know about each other? Are they?
I mean, I'm not in a relationship with them.
Gotcha. Okay.
So and I'm pretty sure they're BDBs to other girls. Like, men who have a lot of money most likely have a lot of women. So
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yep.
What about you? Thought about it?
Thought about it. I mean, not lately. However, I have had a sugar daddy.
Mm.
And like she said, it just kind of get into like you just have to have an understanding. It's a mutual understanding. Play a role, and everything should go smooth. Should nothing get confused, or nobody should be, heartbroken in the end. I know women, friends of mine that have had like actual like I'm talking about old ass men, sugar daddies.
Oh yeah,
And I ain't went that route. I never went that old. They always been attractive, but never had like old hillbilly truck driving.
Really?
Yes. Yes, a friend of mine is a stripper.
Off record.
Yeah. So I mean I don't care, but a friend of mine, she's a strip. And she had a couple of sugar daddies, and I asked her when they're like, show me like, cause she just would say my sugar daddy. So I was like, okay. So I was like, show me a picture, and it was some old ass man. And I'm like, she was like, I don't like fuck him or nothing, but he gives me like money and stuff like that, and he just comes to the club and just sits there. And I'm like, I thought that shit was in the movies, but no, that is very much real. They will literally sit there all motherfucking day. Girl, that's real life. They will sit there all motherfucking day, not shit, not a rub, not a, not a kiss, not a nothing, and still give it up. So, and you ain't the only one. So trying to be the only one. So he got multiple sugar babies out there getting their bills paid too. Somebody gotta do it.
I seen this story, and they said this dude sent this woman $10,000 or something just to meet and greet with her. It was somebody famous or something, and I think he sent her like 10 racks, and then her and her boyfriend used that money to go on vacation and all this and all that. And I was like, yo, did
she keep up with her end of the deal, or she just took the money and ran off?
they met up, but there's like no way in hell you would have got 10 racks out of me just to get a hug. I'm sorry. I'm cool. It ain't.
I mean, it might not be nothing to him though. Like, he might just get the money to throw around just for hug. So, it depends.
Yeah, they are something else, man.
What's that? I need to know. So me and my man can take a vacation.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, because it's like the OnlyFans thing, and they trying to change the OnlyFans up.
I know, I heard that.
They trying to change it up. They trying to get away from all the pictures and the explicit shit, and they trying to become more wholesome and family-like. And I'm like, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that's finna be out of a job, because for a lot of people, that is their job. That's how they make their money. And there's nothing wrong with that. Would y'all date somebody or deal with somebody that had an OnlyFans?
Probably not. Probably not. I don't think so. And I don't think so.
Funny on there, hell no.
Like, what do you? Because at this point, you're doing it for your pleasure, and I'm not getting any type of pleasure out of this. Actually, it pisses me off. So, what are you doing this for? You're not even doing nothing on there. Yeah. Just get off. I don't think.
I mean, we've tossed the idea around about starting an OnlyFans, but it's what I deal with my wife. If she had an OnlyFans by herself, no, she couldn't do it by herself. Now, you know what? I take that back. I would consider it. It depends on the type of content that she's posting.
Yeah.
It depends on the type of content that's being posted, because you have a lot of people out here that have some of the weirdest fetishes, and I just be sitting here like,
people got feet fetishes.
Yes, I was gonna say that. I have posted on my story over the weekend, and the dude asked me if he could suck my toes, and this like the second or third dude that said that to me. I'm like, some niggas really like feet, like
feet fetishes. I personally am not a feet person. But I've even on like Horrible Decisions. I don't know if you've heard of that podcast.
I've heard
Mandy was saying how she was like, she posted her feet, and like people had like wrote in. It was like, I want to like, I'll pay for your feet, or like this and that, and like all kind of stuff. Like, what?
And that shit. Where do I sign up? That shit be so weird to me. Like, how can you get off by looking at a person's feet? Like,
yes. And speaking of decisions. I was listening to their new episode that just came out today, and Wheezy was saying how there's a certain guy that works at the nail salon she goes to, and he only does feet because it gets him off. Like he loves feet, and that's the only reason why he does them. Like
That
that's
is
why he got
crazy. I mean, he making money off of it, but in the same sense, it's like
that's weird.
you about to go in the bathroom and like go and let it loose after my pedicure.
Man, look,
Yes.
that shit is definitely weird. I don't understand how people. I mean, I get it. What you like to do is what you like to do. Me personally, is just I'd be like, okay, what's the point? Like, what are you getting? What are you accomplishing from that?
Like a foot like porn like category, like feet porn, and like that's just fucking crazy to me.
I mean, everybody has a certain like body part.
Yes, they're all kink.
For the opposite sex. This is one of the topics we discussed in our latest episode is what body part or like feature from the opposite sex attracts you the most. So everybody is different strokes for different folks, but
but me personally, if I was thinking like that, all the body parts that a woman got, and that's what you're gonna say, feet. Oh, okay, cool.
So I mean, that's easy for me.
I feel like it's also like a psychology thing. Like when you made like starting from a kid, what body part was associated with your first like I don't want to say like sexual experience, but maybe like the first time you got sexually aroused and you didn't even know it was sexual arousement. Like maybe, it probably started from that. It could be a psychology type of thing. Like, and it maybe if it was something else besides feet, then they wouldn't be attracted to that. So yeah, it's weird.
It is definitely weird, but to each his own. How do y'all, let me ask y'all this, and I was having this conversation earlier. Do y'all feel like the Maury show is scripted?
Maury?
Yeah.
I do to like I feel like it could be under the category of like reality TV. Reality TV it's real, but then again it's scripted. They just like set up the scenarios for certain things to happen and just let it play out how it's gonna play out. So I think the Maury show is kind of similar, but I feel like they might be a little bit more scripted, but yeah, I think it's definitely some script writing in that for sure.
I found out that the drama won. It was like, oh yeah, we got to keep making this drama-fied. Yes. Like, because even with like the little girls, like I'm gonna be honest, like,
oh yeah,
I wasn't raised like with my mom, but like no fucking way was I talking to anybody that took care of me like that. Like no fucking way. And I was watching that as a kid, so like those are the parents, you know what I'm saying, that are like older and becoming grandparents now. Like there is no fucking way I was talking or hitting or any of that shit. No, I was scared to run away.
Yeah.
I was terrified to run away. Terrified.
I was scared to run away. I tried to a couple times.
I think you know what? I think some of the stuff on there is real, but they have to add on and get us drawn in. Like some of the things I feel like about more. She brought 19. Today she's back with 20. Like, who the fuck?
I mean, you never know. It's really
I don't know.
Back though, like of her past episodes, they do be running it back though. Like the past episodes where she was there.
It's like
she brought up the stage crying again.
Who the fuck? Look, I'm gonna tell you. Who the fuck is bringing 20 dudes on stage? Why are you embarrassing yourself like that? But then it's always that one dude out of the 20. He could be the 15th dude. Maury, I love her. And
I know.
The baby ain't mine. I don't care if the baby mine or not. I'm still gonna love that baby and hold it down. Da 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 da. I'm like, you can't be this simple, man. Come on now. Like, I'm gonna tell you honestly, if you gonna bring me to Maury and we take a lot of take the test and you fail the test, I'm not running to the back. I want to be the dude. I want to be the dude that jump. I want to jump in the crowd. I want the crowd. I want to fall in the crowd. I want them to catch me. I want all this to happen. But I'm going to tell you like this. I always believe that if you bring me on more and you tell me my kids are not mine, or you tell me that you got another dude and you brought the dude here, Maury's going to need his security. Mm-hmm. Maury's going to get his ass whooped. The DNA dude going to get his ass whooped. The boyfriend gonna get his ass whooped. I'm gonna have my sisters in the crowd. They finna rush the stage and beat her ass, and it's just gonna go down like that. I feel like more now. You know, I would give Maury more credit. Jerry Springer.
Oh yeah, Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer's so scripted.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good though.
Jerry's so scripted because the stories on that just be goofy hell to me.
Yeah,
extravagant. They be real extravagant. I feel
like with shows like that, they might like set like a base pay. Like this is how much you're gonna get paid for sure. But depending on how much more you do, it could potentially be this much. So people just go on there and just do the most to try to get the most money and make a fool of themselves.
Now you know one show I think
that's about the ratings.
One show that I think that's fake as hell. Steve Wilkos. I think that's got to be the most fakest show in the world because.
I don't feel like they bringing people on there
as being realistic, and then now it's like
I be wondering, okay, what happened to these people? They be bringing rapists and molesters and shit on. I'll be like, okay.
That's why I don't think it's fake because who about to go on national TV and make themselves out to be a child?
So what happens? What happens to the people afterwards though? Do they just get to go home and live their life, or is the police waiting? Right. What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Because I be wondering, like, okay.
Right after he read them results, sir. Like, I'm gonna need you to be going to jail now. But I also think it depends on like where they from, stuff like that. Like, they probably couldn't get like I guess they I'm gonna assume that they record in New York or something. So
yeah, they
probably can't get arrested up there, but I think if somebody if the mother or the father takes the time out to file a report, that probably helps the case. You know what I'm saying? Like it probably enhances the case. Like, well, look, he failed the fucking
facts
test or whatever, and it's gonna be out on TV real soon. So y'all gonna be able to watch it.
And them mamas be too calm for me. They be way too calm when the boyfriends and stuff be
doing too much. Like let her get a couple hits off.
Yeah, touching on their daughters and shit. They too calm.
Smack his ass a couple times. Then y'all come get me. But let me run and get my couple jabs in on this motherfucker.
And Steve ass be over the top. You don't deserve to sit in my seat.
Get the fuck out.
Stand up. Like,
so dramatic.
I'd be like, what? Like, no, bro.
He went from security guard to TV talk show host, and oh goodness.
And I'll be sitting there like, he be getting up, tossing their chairs and shit when they get up. Like, come on, bro. We not finna do all that. How big is it important for you to pride yourself on your care when you step out in public? Because I know a lot of people don't put emphasis on that. You know, if you a D-boy, you just get up and wear the same clothes that you had on the last 3 days because you feel like you ain't got time. And I have seen a lot of them. A lot of people, a lot of the D-boys and the dope boys and the people, they will wear the same clothes 3-4 days in a row. And I'll be like,
you'll be surprised. The people you see, you think got money. So I work at a popular bar here in Cincinnati, and you'll be so surprised here how many men wore the same outfits, got on the same, like you just wore that Friday, sir. It's Sunday brunch, and you got that same outfit on.
Well, see, that might be their new outfit. See, the people on Friday might have saw that, but the people on Sunday didn't. So they gotta show out a little bit.
Yeah.
But how big are y'all on care though? Like, I always tell my wife, I'm like, she gets fly.
I'm not gonna go out.
She gets fly just to go to the mailbox. So
I mean, that's what she got to do as a woman. That's what she got to do as a woman.
We had the bonnet debate on our episode before last. And me and Shauna both pretty much agreed on it. Like, we were both raised to, you know, not wear pajamas outside of the house,
Facts.
no scarves, no bonnets, like
Facts.
nothing like that. Like, you know, you come out the house as presentable as you can be, you know. So I'm definitely like
things like that, yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, I might throw on some sweats and a hoodie, like that's the like least it will get, but I'm not going out the house with no pajamas on and a bonnet. Like that's just a no for me.
Facts.
Like,
Yeah, it's so dead.
yeah.
I gotta be honest. I am one of them dudes that if I know that like I'm going to work, if I'm going anywhere out of anything and I'm gonna be around people, I have to be on my A game coming out. I have to make sure I'm fresh. I have to make sure I'm clean. I don't want nobody out here be like, damn, Smash was out here bummy as hell. No, it ain't even that I care about your opinions. It's just when you have a brand, when you have something, a business or something that you have, you want to always put your best foot forward. So I know a lot of people, and it's like you have to, back when I used to do my shows, before Zoom and all that, when I used to do my shows in person, it was like, yo, you're gonna be on the camera, you gotta present yourself, you know, how you should on camera. Like, you don't want to be out here bogus because you never know who sees this. And they be like, you know what? He dope as hell, but he don't fit the mold of the business of what we doing, things like that. Like, it used to be times when people showed up to job interviews in suits and ties and dress shoes. Now people show up to job interviews in jerseys with hats, all type of shit, like unprofessional, and they wonder why they didn't get the job. Like, sometimes you have to dress to impress. I mean,
right, you never know who you could run into.
Yeah.
You might miss a networking opportunity just based off of the way that you're dressed. Like, somebody might not take you serious. So,
you know, I was listening to the Ricky Smiley show, and it was when the bonnet debate had came up, and he was saying how he seen some girls in Walmart, and he had just ran into them, and he was like, "Why y'all got that on?" Like, he said it to them, and it was like, "We just came out." He was like, "And look, you came out and never expected to run into me, but y'all now all up in my face saying, 'Can I get a picture? Can I get an autograph?'" And he's like, "What if I said no because you got that on? Like, because you're not gonna embarrass me, you know?" And I'm like, you know, he make a good point. Like, you never know who you're gonna run into. And like she said, you can have any wave of networking. Like, you live in Chicago, you could run into Barack one day. You don't want to be wearing a long ass jersey, your pants drooping, shoes all dirty. Like, he gonna be like, yeah, he probably just wants some help. Come on, Michelle. Come on, Michelle. Let's go. Let's go, girl. Let's go.
You might motherfuck around, think we trying to rob his ass or some shit.
No, you tripping. No, we gotta go. You never know who you coming across. Even if you're not going nowhere, you can put on, like, I get outfits just for places I'm not going anywhere special. Literally, like, just something to put on, but it looks good. And if I wanted to run in the federal building, you know what I'm saying? I look good enough to run in there.
Right. Yeah.
And you know what? I be feeling like if you gonna be baggy and all that, at least have on clean drawers. Okay.
Yeah.
At least have on clean drawers. I hate when people be on the bus and the train all musty and shit. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, dog.
Right.
Explain to me why the fuck is you musty at 8 o'clock in the morning? Like,
and that was one of the
why is your breath hot?
Yeah.
Why is your breath hot, sir? It's the morning time.
When you in the club, it's Friday night. Hey, you gotta come proper to the best of your abilities. You can't be in the club. You know, everybody got their fresh Friday fits on. It's going down. You can't be the only unfresh motherfucker. And I ain't talking about just clothes wise. I mean,
just go back home. You shouldn't even be here with the rest of us.
Yeah.
You weren't ready for this. Just go back home.
And that's guys and women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm telling you, like, some of the stories that I hear, I be like, man, nah, women ain't getting down like that. Shit.
Some do.
Man, like, so.
Yeah, Shauna just shared in our group message a video like a couple days ago because she's a bartender of a girl in the club with her bonnet on. Like
in the club?
Yes,
in the club. She had like one of those big bonnets too. Like the big one, like the airbag.
I don't have a problem with the bonnets or the scarves or anything like that.
In
the club, yeah.
That's taking it
in the club, in the grocery store, in the airport, all of that. Yeah, I got a problem with that.
Like,
but
who let you in?
Yeah.
Who let you in?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of times people be like, you know, me, honestly, you don't have to go out and buy $500 outfits and shit to be fly.
Right.
I'm gonna be completely honest. You don't. That shit.
I'm a Walmart lover. I love Walmart.
Yeah, like
you know, be having them pieces, low key. Girl, they be having the t-shirts. I'm all up in y'all department. Y'all men department. I be in there on your t-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm the medium large. I'm gonna take y'all shirts for sure.
like you ain't gotta be out there wearing $400 Gucci belts and all that shit, you know, to be fly. I'm telling you, it's just all about
sometimes people don't even put that on right.
Yeah, they don't even put it together right.
They just be having a buckle right there. Boy, put that shirt down. Yes.
Some people can make designer look cheap. Like,
yeah.
You don't even believe it's real because of the way they wearing it. Like,
fresh off the swap.
And then it's like you can't walk up and ask people where they get shit from no more because they feel like, you know, they got the secret Krabby Patty formula and they don't want to, man, I be trying to tell people like, yo, I mean, you ain't the only person in the world with this outfit on. You know, you should take that as a compliment that somebody's coming up to you saying, yo, you look good. Where you get that from? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So self-care is definitely important.
Yeah.
I just want to say that, man, like, especially in the dating world. If you out here and you trying to date, one thing I don't get is how if we can smell you, you definitely I know you can smell you, god damn it.
Right.
And that we don't be trying, I don't try to insult people, but I try to let them know, like, yo, if you coming to hang out with us, bro, you gotta be on point. It's just nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't even about what other people think. It's about, again, like we talked about earlier, the crowd that you keep. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give people the impression that, oh man, them niggas bummy as hell over there. You don't want to go hang out with them, shit like that. So you always want to present yourself in a way that you will want people to present themselves to you, especially on the dating scene. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna show up to a date.
You know you stink. Come on now. You don't know yourself.
Yeah. You're not gonna show up to a date with a fucked up t-shirt, fucked up shoes, all that shit, bro. Like, no, you gotta come right, because I watched this lady and she said that she spent like $300 on her dates on her getting right. So she expects the guy to do the same thing. And it's like, nah, you don't have to spend $300 to get right. You don't have to do that.
I mean, depending on between like hair and nails and makeup. Yeah.
I'm saying for just
because easy.
Just because she spent $300 don't mean you gotta spend $300. You just gotta come correct.
Yeah, just come correct. Yeah, for sure. Definitely treat her like the lady she presented to you. Like, for sure. Yeah.
So what's the first thing y'all notice about a guy?
About a guy?
When y'all on a first date, what's the first thing y'all notice?
I would say energy. Like, energy is my first language. Like, I can tell a lot about a person's energy about what the first thing they say to me, like how they approach me. And then from that, like, then I'm gonna look, okay, nice smile, height, attractiveness, shoes, all of that after. But if you approach me wrong, I'm not even about to even waste my time with all of that, like, because you ain't even come correct. So that's my thing, energy. I'm big on that.
Yeah.
What about
you? Sure, definitely energy. Definitely, I agree with T on energy, but then I also look at how you carry yourself, like how you out here, like in these streets, because you're approaching me because I'm assuming that you want a relationship. That's just what I'm gonna assume. Why else would you be approaching me?
Yeah,
or you want some type of relationships out of me. So that means we're going to be together, doing things together outside of wherever you just met me at, wherever it was a grocery store, the
Facts.
bar, on the corner, whatever. I'm going to assume that we're going to be hanging out. So I need to know, is he going to be wearing that, or is he going to be, talking like that? Because if so,
right.
you're not even my type. Like,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a waste of time. Like, it would just be some complete waste of each other's time, and I don't like to waste my time, so
Right.
move around.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times guys don't understand, and I try to tell them all the time, like, women know, they know within 5 or 10 minutes how far this is going to go. They know before you even open your mouth. So the first thing you do, your approach has to be absolutely correct. You can talk yourself out of getting some loving, getting some action by just your approach. Like, women play the room. They play the room. If you're in the club, they play the room. They already seen you before you seen them. So they can have it in their mind, telling their friend, he can get it. But then he comes over, he says or does some stupid shit, and now it's like, nah, I take that back. He can't. So I think how in that type of situation do you feel like a guy should approach you? Because I'm gonna tell you what I've seen. Guys come approach women in the club scene or just anywhere with their wallet out first.
I just feel like, okay.
Answer.
Yeah, my thing is this. If you're gonna approach me with money, like, then you better spend some.
When I ask what a cat said, don't be surprised.
And then another thing is, I'm also feel like that's one of the main things you feel like you have to offer.
Yeah.
You approach me with first. Like, that's what you feel like it's gonna get me, because maybe nothing else probably would have.
Facts.
So, yeah.
Dudes definitely come out with their wallet first. And it's like, okay, so now when she taking all your money and she buying all this expensive shit, and you done, you know what I'm saying, try to live that life that you know that you are not built to live, don't be surprised. Because that's how you, I don't think a lot of these women are gold diggers. I think this is just how men make
approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we be expecting a certain thing, because at the end of the day, men are supposed to be providers. So that's what a woman looks for in a man. So if you come out like you're a provider, and then you get in a situation and you cannot provide, it's all, you a gold digger. That's all you care. That's all you care about. I mean, low key, that is what I'm supposed to care about. Your ability to provide. So if you can't provide, you can't call no woman a gold digger. Just say I'm broke. Like. That's a projection.
Like, easier, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
Your insecurity of being broke on me and calling me a gold digger when I'm expecting you to provide, when that's what you made it seem like you could do.
Cause speaking of that, and this is probably gonna be the last topic. This lady, and I watched this video, she said that her ex, even if that after they broke up, he is responsible for continuing her lifestyle, whether they're together or not.
Was that off of eight at the table? That podcast? I seen a clip of something similar to that.
I'm not sure what it was. I just seen the clip. I don't know where it was from. But
probably 8 at the table.
She was saying dude is still responsible to take care of her even after they broke up. Like, he brought up Benz and a loft and all this shit.
Yeah, that was that.
And I was just like, it don't work like that.
I mean, but some men allow it to work like that, and that's why it's working for her, because he allowing it. Like, it takes two. So he's allowing her to be like, to call him when she needs something, and he's going to show up. He's allowing that Superman complex. Like, he's allowing it. Like, a lot of men have that Superman complex. Like, you just, like, my ex-boyfriend has that Superman complex. Like, it's just how it, like, some men think like that. Like, literally, it's fucked up. And on some level, it's like, it's a benefit to us, but it's fucked up because you try to save me, in a sense. If we're not together, you are saving me at this point
So
and giving me anything I asked for.
you still call
you
him
making
to this
all my
day?
wishes. No.
Okay.
No. Negative. He's hella blocked. But if I wanted to, I could. That's the thing. And that's what I mean by Superman complex. If I wanted to, like, if you're my ex and like we have this mutual understanding that we're now exes and not together, that should stand. But some men don't think like that. He's one of those men that don't think like that. Like, and I get looking out for somebody. Like, if you are in a fucked up, okay, yeah, all right. Hey, boo, my light's about to go out. Can you help me out? That's different. Then, like you said, bought a Benz, you bought me a brownstone. You know what I'm saying? We about to I done went to school, you didn't pay my tuition, like, and you're still my ex. So like, that's kind of like your fault now, because why are you still doing all this? And then you want to blame me or call me a gold digger, like she said, because of the things that you said that you wanted to do. I didn't put a gun in your head.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you to transfer it or else. You said, hey, baby, I got you. And that's exactly what you did.
I think go ahead.
Like, I feel like some men put that on the table because they like the feeling of a woman who they may not deal with anymore, like, may always need them. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, she ain't fuck with me no more, but I bet she gonna need me if she need this. Like,
absolutely.
Need me for this. You know, like, I feel like it's an ego thing too sometimes.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna tell you, if we break up, all that shit, look, you got two options. You can keep it and pay for it yourself, or you can give it back. Because at this point,
that's fair.
What am I gonna tell my new chick?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, this my ex. I still take care of her and da da da. No, like, at this point, that's your new dude responsibility. That's not my responsibility. It don't work like that. You know. Now it all depends on am I still hitting this? Can I still hit it? Can I still have access to you? Then okay, that changes the dynamic. But if we are done, like completely done, oh no, I'm not paying your rent. I'm not paying your car note. I'm not taking care of your kids. I'm not buying them fruit snacks and all that stuff. Now I'm cool on all that. You know, once we're done, we're done. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe she does have those guys with that complex, but it's like no real dude is going, because I think a lot of times more than not, when dudes are done, they're done. Just like women. When women are done, they're done. So I'm not gonna keep you looking good while you got your new.
Done. Like, but if you're not, you're gonna keep on playing both sides.
While you got your new boo over there, and I'm paying for the Netflix and all that shit, and y'all chilling. I'm paying your rent and all.
Let me tell you your password. We was watching the movie. Right. We was watching a movie. It said continue watching for a reason. Me and my boo was watching it. Why would you change your password?
Yeah, like,
so disrespectful.
I am super petty. I will look and check how many devices on right now. Like, shit, it's only one of me. Hold on.
Right. Or check for the new continue watching. That you're like, hold on.
You over there watching Love Jones and shit. I know you. I know the kid. I know the kids ain't watching Love Jones. So what the hell going on over there? So no, I think if it's over with, it's over.
I'm gonna watch it with this new bitch.
No, I'm on my Quavo shit. I'm going to repossess my car and everything. Like,
he sure the hell did.
And I wasn't even mad at him because it was like, all right, shit, you don't want to deal with me no more. You ain't finna be picking up niggas in my shit. Like, shit. I think that's what guys. If we be cool till we know it's another guy in the picture, then we become petty. You know what I'm saying? Once we realize if it's just her, we are more.
I never understood that though. I really never understood that. Me as a woman, I just never really understood that shit. Like, why does it take that to be like, I'm done.
We are more
Like,
susceptible
why is
to.
that the thing they gotta be? I'm done. Y'all just go, go, go. Nah, she ain't done. She ain't done with me. Da, 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 da. You don't know what I'm doing. I'm done as
Because
hell. Done as hell. Done as hell.
guys feel
And
like
you just like, she
as
ain't
long as
done.
that
She ain't
woman
done.
is as long as that
But since
woman
I
is
go
still
out on a
single.
date, I guess that now I'm done.
Yeah,
Went out
yeah.
on a date.
We watch y'all pages and shit. Once y'all be like, hey, I'm going on a date tonight. Wish me luck. Oh, you
Fake
going on a
page.
date, huh? Okay,
Have you
cool.
ever made a fake page to watch?
Huh?
Have you ever made a fake page to watch? Or like
Yes.
someone
Yes.
go, you made a
You
fake
said,
page?
yeah.
I think you have to. You have to keep.
No.
I am one of them exes. I used to be one of them exes that I would come around every 30 days just to make sure you ain't off the market or you ain't taken. So
Oh my God, you sound like my ex.
I'm just checking in on you. I'm making sure you're good. Everything good. How the kids and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them. But then it was like after I seen that you had somebody, it was like, okay, you ain't important no more. I ain't gonna even waste my time, sweat my time. And it's like when you call,
you just don't get access to her.
when
So
you call and ask me, can I borrow some money? Can you help me out?
You ain't get in.
Yeah, my first thing is when they call and ask, can they borrow some money or something? Hey, you got a whole dude. Didn't you just go out on a date last week? Just tell that dude to look.
Business, what I say.
Yeah. But no, I ain't gonna lie. The dudes is getting good at the fake pages, like better than women. Cause I overheard this dude talking the other day, and he was saying like, "Damn, she blocked me on everything." Like he was talking to his friend. He was like, "All I gotta do is make like a makeup page or something."
I'm telling you, I will find every way I can to contact you. I will even send $1 via Cash App with a message like, "You know I'm calling you." So I did that to my wife, and she was like, I need $100 for me to even entertain a conversation with you. Like, I was like, oh, okay. All right, this segment here is called Final Thoughts. It could be whatever's on your mind. It don't even necessarily have to be about the show. It could just be whatever you feel. Speak on it.
Congratulations, Cardi.
Oh yes, the BET
Congratulations, Cardi. Yes.
Did you watch the BET Awards, Smash?
I watched a little bit of it.
Okay.
I haven't watched the BET Awards consistently in like 6 years.
Yeah, I was kind of off and on with it too, but yeah. So Cardi is pregnant. It wasn't really. I don't feel like it's as entertaining as it used to be. I feel like a lot of like the performance sets were similar. Like a lot of people with like similar themes.
Like it used to.
Yeah, the tribute theme, you know, like the comedy skits. I don't know. Like I love Taraji, but I feel like she was being a little corny.
Facts.
Like I feel like what she was doing as far as hosting has already been done. I would have liked her to either like keep it a classic like host set or do something completely different. And she did neither of those. So yeah, I mean,
she always dressed as somebody else. Like
yeah, like
that's kind of like
yeah,
like yeah, you matched it to a key, but
I think Kevin Hart was the best one in recent years.
I'm trying to remember. I remember that, but yeah, because they did BET virtual last year, I think. Or did they?
That was when the Carlos Miller, DC Young Fly, and all them did it, and I actually thought they did dope.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, that was a good opportunity for them. They showed out for sure.
Final thoughts?
I mean, I don't really have any final thoughts. I would probably say it's okay to be alone. I just feel like nowadays a lot of people deal with certain things or put up with certain friendships or whatever just because they're scared of being alone, and stuff like that really stunts your growth. Like you really got to take time to yourself to figure out who you are and what you want to bring to this world and what you want to leave when you're gone. So yeah, it's okay to be alone.
My final thoughts is, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through politicking with me.
Yeah, this is
I love talking to people, man.
Thank you for the invite.
We're definitely gonna chat back in and do this again. Shout out to everybody. Go check out the No Filters podcast. They super dope, man.
Okay, so sorry, I need to clear it up. I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But it is No Filters, the podcast.
Gotcha.
Because there are like similar variations of the name. So you gotta make sure it's specific so people can go right there.
No Filters, the podcast. Go tap into them. Go tap in the Bet the House. Y'all know what it is, man. It's been an honor dealing with y'all, and we out.